Close your eyes and imagine a typical city street. What do you see? For most of us, it is a variation of a familiar scene: two lanes of automobile traffic, most likely flanked by a row of densely parked cars on either side. Confined to the periphery, narrow sidewalks accommodate the vast majority of human activity performed by pedestrians, joggers, tourists, commuters, parents, pet owners, municipal workers, and street vendors. These are the city streets much of the world has come to know and accept over the past 100 years, as urban living has progressively become defined by smog, combustion engines, and tens of millions of square meters of car parking. It is time for that to end. The post-pandemic 21st century is emerging as the era of the third lane, an innovative new way to use public space that disrupts our conventional, bidirectional norms. Of course, on its surface the concept appears straightforward. By eliminating car parking and narrowing automobile lanes, we can create the space necessary to accommodate lightweight, human-sized micromobility vehicles such as electric scooters. Once you better understand its implications, however, the third lane takes on a new level of significance that redefines the way we understand cities and urban public space altogether. The third lane and increased mobility. For one, the third lane represents the freedom of physical mobility. We've long known that bikes and scooters, vehicles built to human scale, travel faster through cities than cars and motorcycles. They're lighter, nimbler, and more streamlined, making them significantly less susceptible to the traffic congestion that has become so prevalent on city streets. They're also much easier to park. Protected micromobility infrastructure increases these advantages by safely separating the large and cumbersome vehicles from the small and agile ones. When cities prioritize the third lane, they're reinvesting in increased freedom of movement at a speed and scale designed for compact urban environments. The third lane and economic opportunity. The third lane does more than just improve mobility, however. It also benefits local economies and small businesses in a number of ways, the first of which being perhaps the most evident. Micromobility riders frequently travel to and from local shops and restaurants. We know this because, at Bird, approximately 50% of our riders surveyed indicated that the purpose of their most recent trip was dining or shopping. Moreover, more than 70% of those riders said that they were more likely to visit the establishment because of Bird. We see this trend consistently in cities around the world. When there are birds outside, there are customers inside. In conjunction with micromobility services, the third lane also connects riders to employment opportunities. It does this not only by increasing the accessibility of public transit stops, but by providing new mobility options and safe, expedient travel routes in areas traditionally underserved by public transit altogether. Researchers in Chicago, for example, found that e-scooters gave individuals access to 16% more jobs within a 30-minute radius compared to walking or transit alone. In Miami, a similar study found that 40% more jobs were reachable without lengthening current commute times thanks to micromobility. Perhaps the most interesting way the third lane impacts local economies, however, has nothing to do with the lane itself. Instead, it is connected to the same guiding principle of reclaiming public space. You can read full post on Cryptophans News, link available in text below.